Hello everyone! Welcome to episode 25 of my Minecraft Let's Play. Today came the new update, 1.14.3, meaning that we will be able to create iron farms again, and easy even. So that will be the goal for today, to get an iron farm up and working. And honestly, I don't really want to bother with creating a huge one, so I'm just going to go for something simple. However, I want to build it in the spawn chunks, meaning that it will be constantly on. So wherever we should be in the world, it should be constantly going on. So first up, wait, that's actually here. The first step will be to get to our spawn chunk. This area right here is our spawn area, and this contains our spawn chunks. As I mentioned in the first episode we had, that we will be able to have things running in the spawn chunks here all the time. Basically, no matter wherever we are in the world. And it makes sense to have an iron farm here, since then no matter where I am, it will constantly generate iron for us. One thing though that I have realized is that it actually doesn't work as I said in the first episode. It does work such that it goes a few chunks in each direction. However, I'm not completely sure how it works, so what we're gonna do here is, we can just hit the fireworks. As you see here, we have a chunk here, we're gonna place something in the different chunks. Then we're gonna leave the area, and then after normal despawn time, we will return and see if the things are still here. If this has disappeared after I think it's 5 to 7 minutes, then it will mean that this works. I am quite sure that the spawn chunk is actually not loaded here in the Nether, but basically everywhere in the overworld, so we will have to return to our main base when we test this. Okay, I believe this has been 10 minutes. We will go back to our spawn and see what happened to the fireworks. They have all disappeared, it seems. Perfect, that's exactly what I expected, and that's exactly what we want. So that means this is correct, and it means that we should create our iron farm here. On a completely different note, I think this island actually quite needs an update or rework or something. Well, it looks okay, decent, but not really suited for spawn chunk work. But it's fine for now. That's alright. The first thing we have to do is to actually get some villagers here. We only need 3. And as said before, we're gonna create a very simple iron farm, so that it doesn't give a lot, but it will always do it in the background. That means that it doesn't really matter. We will just have a constant flow of iron. The difficult thing here is that we are gonna need to get the villagers here. I have looked in the midst before when we just started the series, and there were supposed to be villagers nearby, but there isn't. So I think we have to transport them ourselves from our main base, which is far. And I don't actually know what the smartest way of doing so is. Okay, I kept flying around trying to see if there was anyone close by, and I actually managed to find this one, which is an old school one, before 1.14. And I actually didn't know it was here. I must have generated earlier without noticing. But it's connected to the ocean right here, meaning that we should be able to just transport them by boat, basically. So it's perfect. I think I've caught most of the villagers in the city now. Oh. Ah, okay. That was one of the new cats. So yeah, we have more than enough here. There's actually gotten another one in here. And I'm just gonna have to start transporting them this way. It'll take a bit of time. I have gotten one of the villagers over here now. And I have been thinking that it would actually be quite a good idea to just get started with building this already. The design we're gonna be building is one created by Raceworks. And I'm gonna try and remember to leave a link in the description for his video. It's extremely simple, to be honest. And it basically only requires us to have a platform, which we're gonna create here. I think it makes sense to have it just near the portal. And on it, we're gonna have 3 beds and a workstation for the villagers. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Since I'm mostly following a tutorial, I decided to build most of this off camera. As you can see here, the villagers will be trapped in this area. They have 3 beds and workstations. And here we're gonna trap a villager, which is gonna use the new mechanic of 1.14 to make them spawn iron golems. The only thing we need is to actually get some water in this area here. There's a little trick you can use if you don't know this. So basically, if we have something like this, right? And the water has to transport to here, right? Water will always go past of least resistance. We want this to go from here into there. That's 5 blocks. So we did have it that this, it would not go this way, since it's easier to go that way. That's a bug. So, in this case, we'll close this off and place the water. It should go in this direction. Exactly like that. Yes. And now we're able to remove this one. Please notice that if you had done like that, for example, right? As you see there, it updates the water. So that wouldn't work. So just easier, place it 1 block more to the side, and then place this, and then destroy this. And now for the fun part, getting the villagers in here. As I said in an earlier episode, this isn't too difficult if you're just prepared. And that's typically easier said than done. But if we place like a proper staircase for them to get up here, and make sure that the AI does not get really confused or run off easily, I think this is too low. I think it would be able to escape that way. Then it won't be too difficult. I think if we do it like this. So we have this guy here, and we're just gonna trap him inside, like this, by the boat. I think his AI automatically will pathfind in some direction once he realizes that, okay, oh no. Well, it did find a direction. Alright, we got 1 block more. Let's try again. Like this. Let's see what he does. Yep. Almost there. Oh, no, no, no! This guy's not easy to work with. I was even prepared and everything. Alright, he's in, good. We got 1. Great. Okay, the next 2 were quite easy to get in. The next thing will be to get the zombie, which actually might become quite difficult. I had to check the video through again to make sure how we get him in correctly. We are gonna equip the zombie with a name tag to make sure he doesn't despawn. We're just gonna go the Iron Maker, I think. I've took a few with me, just in case he dies under transport. But what we will need to do now is to actually find a zombie. This place has been alright spawn proof currently. I think there's a few dark spots in there. I'm just gonna wait for night and go around, and it's actually a good opportunity to just check this area and see if it's safe or not. I actually had to go to this island to find this guy. Alright, I don't want him to transform into one of the other ones. Or the drowned ones. Can I catch him? Perfect. Hey, stop that. How fast? Faster, faster. Alright, we're gonna wait a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit. The drowned, he broke my boat. Wait, what in the... What? What happened? A drown hit me with the trident and killed me, and then despawned. What? This makes no sense. Let's see if we can get this guy, and only this guy. Oh, hey! That already worked. Ah, okay. One of these spawned though. That's a good start. Okay. I was not prepared for this. Okay, everything goes wrong. I need to catch one of these. I want to get one of them? Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. Up here. And I'm gonna go here. Wait! Okay. So much trouble. Okay. This is pure chaos. He's down here. I wonder if he drowns actually. Okay, I only have 1 Iron Maker left, so I actually have to really... Oh! Losing water. I really have to... It has to work on this one. Get up, get up, get up. And go like this. Just needs a slight nudge. No, don't get up here. Why doesn't it work? One more time. I actually don't know what I should do about this guy. I don't really want to kill him with my hands at least, since then all the other ones are gonna get aggro at me. Okay then, I decided to finish the rest of this off camera. As you can see, it now works. This took way more effort than I had expected. But why? Always, whenever I see things that should be easy, it somehow always turns out to take me a lot more time than necessary. For some reason, it worked and then it didn't work, and I just couldn't figure out. I think this top slab was the one, but I don't really see why. As well as that, the water here, I chose to go with another completely other way of doing the water. This is the one that you traditionally would use for old iron farm designs, but it works quite well for this. And yeah, it is actually somewhat effective. Yeah, even with this guy focusing on me, it still works. The question now is if it will work when we're at the chunk. That's weird. But yeah, this is good. Okay, I'm gonna leave the area now. There's 42 iron at the current moment in time. And let's see when we return later in this episode if it has changed. I have to go quickly before anything spawns. I've been thinking for a while what else there is to do now. And the funny thing is that we basically have an infinitely long to-do list. Oh, there's so many things we could do, we should do, and so on. Honestly, I'm also considering to... Oh, not considering. I have to remove this at some point. But it's also just like, what in the world am I going to use the space for? I have removed everything here as well. So this area is not really in use currently. Oh yeah, I could use this as well. So it's a bit like, yeah, there's suddenly a lot more space than I need. And I don't really have a whole lot of ideas for what to fill it with. And we still need like this area to be filled out, this to be filled out, the whole other side of the island. I need to do details on some of these parts, and yeah, this is so much to do. Oh, where to start? After consideration, I think starting with our nether hub would actually be a great way to go. It's quite a while since we started on this place, and we sort of had to do something about this. As you can see, I placed all of these buttons and stuff to avoid spawning in here, which I'm still gonna stick with. However, I have been researching on the Minecraft Wiki that the spawn conditions for ghasts is that they need to have a 5x4 space. I don't really care too much about pigmen, it's mostly the ghasts. So I think we're actually going to try and make this area look a bit nice. My idea is to have stuff like this around the place. So this would be our center. I might need to do this bigger actually. As you can see the idea, this is the time glass. Hourglass. Right there. Yeah, might need to be bigger to actually fill out the space. And I also maybe want to make this one wider so it lines up with this. One thing I realized, which I'm a bit sad over, is that the area where we have our villagers is right here. It's just perfectly in front. So it will ruin the symmetry a little bit, but like, it isn't that bad. So it's alright, it's just, yeah. We also can't plant seeds here in the nether, so I think we have to go with the white carpet for this area where we had a lot of wheat around. That's also not too bad, it looks fine. I played around with it for a while, and sadly this was pretty much the best I could come up with. This is like the wheat area, the horse area, the stone area, the little castle and the building. Kind of trying to build miniature models of everything, yeah. I need to turn this the other way around. If we go here, yeah, try to simulate like the swamp area a bit here. We have this. It's alright, all of it, but it's, yeah, it could be better. It could be better. But I honestly don't really have any ideas of how currently. I think this room in particular will be put to rest until I get more ideas. I don't really know what to do, to be honest, and this, it doesn't work the way I intended. I had a better picture in my mind. The good thing about like ending up engine projects like this is that since we have the sorting system now, it isn't really a bother to just get all of this out and just throw it into a chest. Release to clean up after. I just had a brilliant idea. when we use the system, I don't ever know whenever it's empty, unless I look inside this jobber right here, right? When this is empty, it means that nothing more is supposed to go through the system, right? Oh, at least it is in the middle of doing that. And normally I would have to check it to figure it out. But I've just placed a comparator right here, which checks whatever is in this. So if this lab is off, it basically means that the system is pretty much done running. Quite a simple solution, actually. This is maybe for half an hour of active playtime in the overworld. But I spend most of the time in the nether, so I think this is good. I think. Oh, we'll see. We'll just continue playing and see what happens. I think this will be as good a time as any to end the episode. I'm currently brainstorming ways of improving this series, of doing different things in terms of maybe playing around with the camera, doing more interesting projects, speaking differently. I don't know. Generally, just improving the quality of these episodes. I'm not sure exactly how yet. I have a couple of different ideas. Some of them may get implemented through the next episode. However, I will see how that goes. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.